So in this case, we make use of our knowledge of a surdic expression. We have what? You have to, they have the same cube root. So therefore, you can multiply they can be closed in one cube root since their cube are the same. So that means 3 times 18 divided by, they have the same cube. So they have the same 68 root, so they can be in the same, multiplying them as a radicand between the same 68 root. So from here, you have 3 times 18 will give us what? So once we came to this point, what is the next thing to do? So let me emphasize here, this is 2 times 2. Let me read this the way it is. So we have 3 times 18 divided by, in this case 2 times 2 will give us 4. So we have the 68 root of 4. But in this case we have, let's put this into rational expression. So rational form, you have 4 raised to power 1 over 6, and this is the same as 2 raised to power 2 raised to power 1 over 6, and we have what? 2 raised to power 2 times 1 over 6. So we have 2 raised to power 1 over 3. So here we can bring it here. 3 have what? 3 times what? 18 divided by, in this case we have 3 here, we have what? 2. So putting it again in this form, we can now, in the radical form, we can now see that they have the same common cube root. So applying again the law of surdic, they can be closed in one cube root. So we have 3 times 18, because they are like surd, divided by 2. So in this case, the next thing is to 18 divided by 2 will give us 9. 18 divided by 2 will give us 9. So in this case, we have the cube root of 3 times 9 will give us 27. We know that, but 27 is the same as 3 raised to power 3. So here we have what? 3 raised to power 3 raised to power 1 over 3, so that it can cancel out to give us what? 3. So simplifying this expression, we have what? The result is equals to 3. We have what? 3 as the result. So this is the second question. The next is to the third question. Let's clean the board and then put the third question. So the third question is, you are given 22 divided by the square root of 968 plus the square root of what? The square root of, so 121, the square root of 847. So this is the third question. How do you simplify this surdic expression? First of all, before you go into simplification of this surdic expression, you must know how to factor out a given number. To do this, you have to know the numbers divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, and so on. That will help you easily to know. The first thing is that, looking at this number here, this number, is it divisible by 3? I don't think so, because this is 15. 15 plus 3, 18. 15 plus 8 will give us 23. So this number is not divisible by 3. The same here. This is 11. Am I correct? 11 plus 18 will give us 19. So the best choice here to know which if they are divisible is by 11. So 9/8, let's try 9/86 by 11. Using the method of 11, we have 9 minus 6 plus 8. If you apply this concept of minus negative plus negative minus negative, that is, the first number is positive, the second number is negative, the third is positive, that is the sign they have in front of them. So if you apply this concept of operation, if the result is divisible by 11, then that number is divisible by 11. So 9 minus 6 will give us what? Give us 3. 3 plus 8 is 11. So this number is divisible by 11. You can try it. So in that case, we have 968 divided by 11. In this case, if you do that, you have 8. Is divisible by 11. Sorry. If you do that, you have you can use your calculator. 968 divided by 11 will give us what? You can quickly do that with your calculator. 968 divided by 11, this will give us 88. So 88 divided by 11 again will give us 8. So notice that 11 times 11 times 8 is equals to 968. So this is the same as 2 in bracket the square root of 11 squared times 8 plus. So let's observe the second one. Let's see if it is divisible by 11. 847, we have plus 8 minus 4 plus 7. 15 minus 4 will give us 11. So this number is divisible by 11. So 847 divided by 11 will give us 77, and 77 divided by 11 will give us 7. So notice that this 847 is the same as 11 squared times 7. So I bring it here. That gives us 11 squared times 7. Alright, let's continue simplification. So from here we have 2 in bracket 2 divided by, since this is 11 squared and this is a square sign, the radicand, so it will cancel out to give us 11. Mind you, is 22. They give us 11 the square root of 8 plus, this is radicand, this is one of the radical, this is radical, and this is one of the radicand, so it cancels out to give us 11 root 7. So the next is to factor out 11. Is common to both terms of the denominator. You have root 8 minus plus 7. So 22 can be divided by 11 to give us 2. So 2 divided by the square root of 8 plus the square root of 7. From here we can now rationalize the denominator, because for a sodic equation or sodic expression to be correct, there won't be any square root or any sign of root in the denominator. So rationalizing, we have 2, that is multiply this expression by the conjugate of the denominator. Now have 8 minus root 7, conjugate of the denominator divided by 8 plus root 7. You do that in the denominator as well, the square root of 8 minus the square root of 7. Multiply the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. So from here you have 2 in bracket the square root of 8 minus the square root of 7. Using this is plus, this is minus, they have the same terms, so using algebraic perfect formula. You have the square root of 8 squared minus the square root of 7 squared. That is, use this formula, a squared minus b squared is the same as a minus b, a plus b. So this term here is the same as the square root of a squared minus what? The square root of 7 squared. So from here you have 2 in bracket the square root of 8 minus the square root of 7. Notice that the square root and the square cancel out to give us 8, minus the square cancel out to give us 7. And 8 minus 7 is 1. So you have 2 in bracket the square root of 8 minus the square root of 7 divided by 1. So any number divided by 1 is the same number. So this expression given to us is equals to 2 in bracket the square root of 8 minus the square root of 7. So you can confirm it with your calculator to see if it is correct. You have 22 divided by in bracket the square root of 968. You can use your calculator plus the square root of 847. So from my calculator I have 0.36513516274. Calculator doesn't give it in a solid form. So you do this one, 2 in bracket the square root of 8 minus the square root of 7. So if you do that, you will still have this form number. So our result is correct. If you enjoy this video, please click the subscribe button to encourage me to bring more videos for your views. Like and share so that others will be aware of this free math lesson I'm giving to you. And then click the subscribe button whenever there is no update. You'll be the first person to receive it. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. See you in the next lesson. Bye for now.